It's horrific.
The community left in shock
It's unimaginable.
after the brutal murder of a 10-year-old girl.
How could they do that? They have no heart, no soul.
3 people accused of doing it.
Why did that happen at home?
One of them, her own mother.
Two of the 3 people accused in the murder of 10-year-old Victoria Martins appeared before a judge today. One of them, her mother. The judge was not easy on them. We do want to warn everyone, some may find this information disturbing. You may want children to leave the room. Also, there are aspects of this crime we've chosen not to report because it is too graphic. But today, Victoria's mother and her boyfriend did make their first court appearance.
I believe the gentleman does pose a danger to the community.
31-year-old Fabian Gonzalez told police he met Michelle Martin, Victoria's mother, on an internet dating site and started dating about a month ago. They were living together. Gonzalez's 31-year-old cousin, Jessica Kelly, had recently been let out of prison and was also staying at the apartment. Police say early Wednesday morning there was commotion at the apartment. When police showed up, they found 10-year-old Victoria dismembered, wrapped in a burning blanket in an attempt to dispose of the body. Martins told police Fabian and Jessica gave her daughter meth to calm her down. Police believe she was stabbed and strangled. Victoria's mom admitted to watching it all. Last night, her boyfriend tried to blame his cousin, Jessica, for it all.
I tried my best to protect Michelle and the baby.
But what happened then? Why is there a girl that's dead?
That's because Jessica Kelly did it.
Gonzalez is charged with child abuse resulting in death, rape, and a slew of other charges. Michelle Martin faces the same charges, but not rape. Now, the judge said she considered them both flight risks and set their bonds at $1 million cash only. Now, there has not been a criminal complaint filed on Kelly as of yet because police say she is still in the hospital with a broken leg. She jumped from a second-floor balcony to try to escape from police. This crime has sparked outrage in the community, with people taking to social media to express exactly how they feel about those 3 suspects. Here's News 13's Haley Rush with what people are saying. Haley.
Kim, people are not holding back today. Just one look at the mother's Facebook. She's being called sick, disgusting, and much worse.
I think I'd do what she did to her daughter if I saw her in person and see how she likes it.
Facebook is flooded with upset people. The mother Michelle Martin's page has dozens of comments. She's told to rot in prison, called an evil soul, along with more names we can't even show. Jessica Kelly's Facebook is also filled with upset comments. We also spoke to the organization New Mexicans Against Child Abuse. The founder of the organization told us she hopes the suspects spend the rest of their lives in prison.
When something like this happens, it shakes us up. I mean, really, we don't even know how to respond to something like this.
We also spoke to people in Albuquerque today. Some mentioned wanting to bring the death penalty back. Most said they hope if the 3 are found guilty, they never walk the streets again. Now, we weren't able to find any comments on Fabian Gonzalez's page. His Facebook is set to private. Back to you, Kim.
Okay, thanks, Haley. Among those struggling the most with this, those at Petroglyph Elementary School, where Victoria had just begun the 4th grade.
It's just terrible that it's happened so close to home, our community. Here, someone we know, someone who was on the playground with my daughter. And
I cried all night. After my husband and I figured out, after we put my kids to bed, I cried all night. My husband cried too.
Today, parents and grandparents struggled as they dropped off their kids, still trying to process what happened. Some say they did speak with their kids last night to tell them what had happened. Others couldn't bear to do it. Rosemarie Chavez, a grandmother, clutched flowers as she walked up to school with her grandson today.
Darlene, I don't have enough flowers. I would like to heal the heart of every one of these children and their parents. There are not enough flowers.
We're very sorry.
A team of grief counselors and extra staff was brought into the school today and will likely be a long-term thing there. Parents tell us Victoria's little brother is also a student at the school. APS also posted a tribute to Victoria today on their website, saying in part, Our hearts ache today for Victoria. We cherish and protect our students, and like the rest of Albuquerque, are having a hard time wrapping our heads around the fact that someone could treat one of them so horrifically. Victoria is in our thoughts and prayers as we hold our children just a little tighter on this sad day. We continue to dig up new details on the suspects. Jessica Kelly just got out of prison 10 days ago, where she was finishing up a sentence for a sex crime. News 13's Catherine Mazzone has more on that part of the story.
Jessica Kelly was sentenced to 3 years in prison back in 2013, originally charged with raping a woman with a friend. However, she was only convicted of conspiracy to commit that rape. She served 2 years, then got out last year and was caught with drugs and sent back to prison until last week. That finished her sentence and her parole. On her Facebook page, a friend asked her last week what she was in for. She replied trafficking, as in drug dealing, and a parole violation, never mentioning it all stemmed from a sex crime. Now, because she wasn't convicted of the rape itself, she didn't have to register as a sex offender. And there were no restrictions about who she could be around. On her Facebook page, her friends all say Kelly has kids of her own. With a long criminal record for drugs, theft, and domestic violence, we asked if she'd been on CYFD's radar and what happened to her kids. We've received no answer. Catherine Mazzone, KRQE News 13.
As for her cousin, 32-year-old Fabian Gonzalez, it looks like they both grew up in Albuquerque and went to Rio Grande High School. He also has a long criminal record with arrests for domestic violence, child abuse, and child abandonment. Those cases are from a few years ago and do not involve Victoria Martins. Gonzalez told police he had just met Victoria's mother online a month ago on the dating site plentyoffish.com. Albuquerque Mayor Richard Berry also spoke out today about the tragedy.
No one's responsible for this other than the monsters that perpetrated this act of evil on this little girl. Let's make no mistake.
Mayor Berry held a brief press conference to address the horrific death. He says the city is working with APD to make sure the public knows about resources available to them. He points to 311 to report any concerns about a child or child abuse. The mayor also says there will be events scheduled at a later date to pay tribute to little Victoria and to bring attention to the issue.